Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. My name is Brian, aka Pops, and I'm hanging out with you. And we are hanging out with Kirby. And we're going to check out Kirby's new game, Kirby's Air Riders. There's a global test fire going on right now. If you're in the eastern United States, this is still active until 4 p.m. You're going to have to go on Google to translate to see how the times are affected based on your region, but the title card states all of the test fire times, and this is the last one of weekend 1, so we're going to try to jump in here and get a little bit of time with the game and see if it's for us before we lock in a purchase. But if you're on the fence, you don't have too much time to secure the bag, so to speak, as far as pre-orders go on a game that's coming out in less than 2 weeks. So it's cool that Nintendo's checking out how server bandwidth's going to be and all that good jazz. And we will get started in just a couple minutes. Thank you for hanging out, and hopefully you will enjoy us demoing a little bit of Kirby Air Riders. Again, if you're interested, download the game from the eShop, check out your time zone, look at the information provided, and you'll see whether or not you're still within the demo period. This one goes off at 4 p.m. EST, so we will get started in just a couple minutes. Stick around. All right. The event is open. We're just going right in. I should have used the default one. What's the normal acceleration? What's the normal acceleration? What's acceleration? Okay. What button? It's just showing me button. I don't really want to do that. Okay, they move automatically. Hold B to slow your machine, stop. You can dash forward with a B, hold B to slide. Okay. Really just what I needed to see is that you automatically move. Like, I have no frame of reference here. I've never played the first one. Okay. It's not because I'm not good at it. Don't even think that. So I just gotta get used to it. 4th place out of 5th place, huh? Doing excellent. Fourth. Oh. 4th and 6th. Repeat, please. No acceleration. Like you don't normally accelerate, huh?
3, 2, 1, start! Fire!
What the hell? It's pretty.
Final lap!
I don't get the whole slowing down to speed up thing. I guess that was better.
Three, two, one, start!
What am I tilting it? Tilting it down?
Fire!
Oh yeah. Why are they telling me that?
Final lap!
Oh man. So glad I'm not trying to like make anybody's opinion for them, but for me personally, I'm glad I'm not jumping into $250 in amiibos, and you know, we're looking at, by the time you pay for everything, we're looking at a $350 experience to be able to do it all. $70 for the game and like 4 or 5 $50 amiibo sets. It's a lot. But for some people it may be worth it. Some people may be hyper Kirby fans to the point where they don't give a shit, and they'll buy it because it's Kirby. Like, this is beautiful. But at the end of the day, if it's hard for me to get into how the race mechanics play, it doesn't matter how pretty everything is. Like, I don't know how I feel about automatically moving. I never played the previous game, so it's like when I have the opinion about Sonic Crossworlds, like, this is freaking gorgeous. But it's hard to play right now. Maybe because I just don't get all the mechanics, and maybe somebody will be like, this game is super fucking easy. They simplified it by not even making you have to accelerate. Well, I can't even get the boost mechanic down. As far as like how gorgeous this game is, my god. I mean, this is just stunning. Absolutely visually stunning. But if I don't enjoy how the race mechanics play, because I'm having to figure it. I mean, I'm still figuring it out. It's, I just don't. I guess that's braking, and then you're braking, and then you're boosting into your brakes. Learning that, learning how to fly. Jeez, this could be way too much for certain people. Wow. Visually, it's just fucking such a treat. It's very much a treat. But unfortunately, games are not based on the facts of whether or not they're just strictly visual treats. But there's another weekend that they'll be doing this before the game comes out, so you'll be able to fully have an opportunity to see if it's for you. This is just... It's got that Mario Kart-esque go from first to last bullshit. Nobody can do anything differently nowadays, unfortunately. It's all been done. That was my bad. I was feeling jackass. But hopefully, you can make your own mind up. You know, don't not get it off the backs of, you know, me not having a grasp of how the franchise has always been. That's why I tried not to be too hard on. Tried not to be too hard on Sonic Crossworlds, because I've just never played a Sonic racing game. So much like that, I've never played the Kirby Air Rider or Air Ride game, or whatever the other game was for the Cube. But I can tell you right off the rip, so far, visually stunning game, my god. But the controls are not your typical kart racer. You're not holding accelerate, you're just letting the kart go on its own. And you have to brake into your turbos, which is, I mean, it's the same as mini turbos, kinda. It's just gonna take some getting acclimated to. But I am just, it's such a visual treat to see a game from Nintendo that's this gorgeous, running this fast, so pretty impressed with that. I just can't see myself dropping $250 or $200 to buy the 4 or 5 interchanging amiibo sets, because I don't know what, number one, I don't know what they would do that you probably can't just unlock in the game anyways, and number two, even if there was something cool, I mean, a quarter of a grand or a third of $1,000, you know, a third of a grand to get the game and all of the accessories, wow. Like, my son didn't get to experience everything that had to do with Skylanders because we couldn't afford to get all of the toys to unlock all of the game. And if there is stuff that's tied to the game that you can't do because you don't have a figure or whatever, $50 a piece, no matter how cool they are and how much they, you know, interchange with each other, is a lot of money. It's a lot to ask parents in this macroeconomic environment to spend that kind of money. I mean, you could get like one a year, but these are the type of things that if they're super popular, they'll be hard to find. They'll probably be bought up by scalpers initially anyways, so they'll be even more expensive than that. And I'd like to think that they don't touch these new amiibo mainly because of how expensive they are, so they pretty much can't get the margins. I mean, it's impossible for somebody to ask somebody to give them $70 for an amiibo that costs $50 off the rip, strictly because it's not able to be found because they were all bought up by people that are trying to charge you $70. And I finally got a first place. But again, you guys can all experience this for free if you have a Nintendo Switch 2. All you have to do is download the test fire, and right now if you're in the eastern United States, we're active for another 3-ish hours. But this is the third one of the weekend. This is the first one we were able to find the time to get into, so check it out, download it, see if it's for you, and that way if it isn't, you'll know by the 20th whether or not you need to put your hard-earned money down for this game. I'm playing with Kirby in the Warp Star consistently. I don't know if I could play with a lot of other things, but I feel like I should just because for consistency. The style is just amazing. The style is really cool, really out there. You know, pulling from all of the Kirbyverse.
Three, two, one, start! Final lap!
I feel like they gave you 3 courses like this for on purpose, you know. Easy, medium, hard type stuffs. Could have gone down there. Now, there's a chance that by the time this video is over, I could be so acclimated with things, I could be like, no, this is a great game. I don't believe I'll be endorsing the amiibo purchases. Unless you're a super fan, then of course, whatever it is, get whatever it is. I totally get being a super fan. I'm the guy that's buying sealed copies of games that I think are going to be low performing, and then, you know, adding them to my collection on top of the cool games that I like because are not the other game, like 2 copies of it, so I can, like, you know, get more purchases out for said game, so that hopefully even if it doesn't sell well, I at least try to double push it. I feel like, unfortunately, there's been games that have underperformed, and that was the only way that I feel like I did my part besides trying to let people know how awesome they were. 1 lap. I did well there, then. Okay. We're starting to get the hang of it a little bit. it should not be judged on what it isn't. It should be judged off the backs of what it is. But because we're so put in a mainstream mentality of how a kart racer should behave and how the action should be acclimated, it really seems like it's one of those things acclimated to as far as like popular, trends per se. It seems like it's one of those situations where then people will be upset about what a game isn't based on what they think it should be. And in that case, I love Kirby as far as the character goes, but most of his games are a little bit too difficult. I wouldn't say too difficult, but like, I don't know. I have a speedrunner's mentality more often than not. So games that are a little bit super engagey, I guess I would say. Is that like the really alternative method I could go on every time? I don't know. I did that last time too. But like, I'm not also trying to like play a game and enjoy a game strictly because everybody else is. So when I don't enjoy it, I'll let everybody know. There's lots of mainstream franchises that I know people that really like, and I just can't get into them. But I guess my point is, and I kind of rambly there, when a game is a specific type and the mainstream mentality is it should behave like X, Y, or Z, or it's not good, that mentality really screws with people. I mean, you're in a situation then when you put yourself behind that mentality that it's the same people that want new and exciting experiences, but then will not go and financially support them. Like, anybody that complained that they wanted a new Air Riders game has to buy this. They can't buy it off the backs of whether or not this one's good either. They have to just buy it, because if they don't and it's not successful, they will never make another one. But there's people that will have said that they wanted this to happen, and if they don't purchase to support, then literally, you're part of the problem. Because if this is not the same and it innovates, we want new, we want different, and then again, you don't support, you're part of the problem. Because guess what? Sometimes new and different flop. I feel like this first one's the hardest one.
Final lap. Fire.
Man, I missed that pad. Didn't matter.
Finish.
Nice. Gooey. I just want to see that I got a couple wins on each of the tracks, and then we'll see what else we can do on this demo, and then we'll call it. Just in case we never do a full review of the game, I mean, at least I feel like have something in the can for it, and it was nice to be able to do it free, provided that Nintendo allowed them to do it. You know, because, you know, I hate to say it, but there's times I've not been gotten review. Well, we've never been given a review copy so far. So, but we've not really asked, to be honest. And we've full on taken the hit financially on games off the backs of being able to provide, you know, you guys some information on it and keep, you know, be hip to the trend, so to speak. Not for fear of missing out, but just to be, you know, in the know myself, or Bray want to know himself. And there's times that you spend 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, up sometimes $70 on games that you just don't ever want to touch again. So that's not necessarily the case with this game, but it is nice to know that I didn't have to spend $70 to see if I liked it or not. You know, or wait to go to a game store and get it at a cheaper price, you know, after it's been out. So it's really cool when they do these things. The demo, people don't realize the demo is really for them, so that they can see how the game performs with a bunch of people playing it, and they can look at metrics and stuff, at how many people are poking their head in at it. Or, you know, if everybody had the opportunity to play this and cost wasn't a factor, and they had access to it, how many people would be possibly playing it at once? People don't realize that that's a lot of what it is when they do these things. It's for their servers per se. So to be in a situation where, you know, I can not have to drop the money on it and can check it out and see, and it's growing on me as we've gotten into a couple races now. It's growing on me some. But still, the ask, if the amiibo sets don't do anything different other than swap out between the parts and stuff, then I don't know if I can necessarily recommend all of that. Because that's a lot. That's a big ask. Alright, so we've won at each. I'm going to probably play this one more time. This is probably my favorite. Won at each of them twice, except for this one, I think. So we're going to just... And then, you know, we'll go through and see the other modes. Maybe we'll swap out characters and stuff like that a little bit, too, so... but I wanted to get the base feeling for, you know, the main event, the guy himself. Curbster. I don't see myself playing a game like this online, though, competitively in a ranked up situation. More along the lines, if I was in a situation where I could play with friends, I would potentially do that. But I don't see how a situation where I would really want to try to get ultra good in an environment where people are probably super competitive. Like, jeez, you know how people are, right? Like, so like they have time to figure out, you know, all the crazy things about a level and stuff, and the nasty shortcuts that nobody should know about, and then like it takes tricks to pull them off, and God, this is just so beautiful. You know, tricks to pull them off, and that most mortal men and women can never do. Did they mirror this?
Final lap.
Definitely my favorite of the three by far.
Magma.
Nice. Alright, well, I beat all the tracks a couple times with Kirby and his Air Star. So let's see what else we can do on this jazz, and then if we can't do much, we'll just drop back in here and see if we can play some other characters maybe. City Trial, oh man, is that gonna be... I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Create or join matches from terminals. I guess we are playing online. That's weird. Buffet, stuff to drink.
Three, two, one, start!
Don't quite exactly know. I guess this is just where you meet up with other people to play, which is really cool. If this is what this is, it's beautiful. Really, really slick interface. Huh.
Kirby!
I guess we can at least see what an online match is like. No, I don't want this to be CPU. We can't. I don't know what's going on. Morning time. I guess that's where it's a hub where I could just make an online game with people if I linked up with them. I don't know. Create a room to play with friends. Oh, it says it right there. Basil, Mecha Panda, Game King, Samuel, Knock, Circa Palm, Wolfen, Head, Ant, Dan, Tommy, GMO, Raw GMOing.
3, 2, 1, start!
Boost, offense, Harp.
Tank Star!
The Tank Star controls like balls. It's gonna shoot me up. I already found some fun stuff. What is going on? Look, I'm stuck on this. This is something. I really don't know what's going on.
Plasma!
I don't know if this is genius or stupid.
Needle! Chariot!
Sure. Sure. Meteors are incoming. You're lucky I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, shoot me up.
Five, four, three, two, one. Time.
Now, what we're competing for? Okay.
Stadium.
Okay.
Three, two, one, go!
I already know what to do.
Sword.
I love things that when I don't do well at them at the beginning, you're just screwed. Well, thanks for shooting at me. Yeah, those guys are fun. Only 2 seconds left. What? Oh god, this mode was dumb. Like, what the ever, dude? How are you guys that good already? How are you that good already? This is the 3rd time they put a demo out. Over 1 weekend. I guess if you just decided you wanted to spend all the demo time, the entire time, all weekend, you're already that good. Jeez. It's Jake from Steak Farm. Booty 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 booty. No way. No way, dude. Chief is the best dog. Aren't you, Chief?
Start.
He's the best dog. Thiefing. Good boy, though.
Winged star.
Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Just like to watch some stupid NES stuff, like, I don't know, Pictionary. It's got some of the best music ever. This, I don't know about this. It feels like either the stuff is going to be equally distributed, and I'll feel like I have a shot at getting stuff with everybody else, or I'll feel really angry that I can't do anything because everybody's got all the power-ups because they always spawn consistently in the same area on the maps and everybody knows where all those are. Oh, my vehicle got destroyed. Well,
Rex Wheelie. Wagon Star.
the shit wagon's almost broken too.
Sleep.
It's just trying to, I get it, it's trying to be the battle mode from the game, you know, from the company, you know. It's its own thing too. I mean, it's its own thing. Yeah, I got that going on for it. Everything becomes more fun the more acclimated you become to how it performs. But the problem is sometimes you won't be willing to give yourself the time to figure that out. I feel like by making them have other ways for you to get your acceleration besides holding in a specific button for it, it opens up the opportunity for you to be thinking about other things. But you definitely have to be in a situation where you can become attuned to how you should do the boosting in the game. It's definitely different. A person like me that had no frame of reference as to what this game was going to be like, it's definitely a crazy experience. You were jumping in thinking it was strictly Mario Kart, which is kind of like with the interview when they were talking about it. They're like, yeah, it's Mario Kart. It's not Mario Kart. It's not. Mario Kart definitely doesn't have an auto acceleration. You can turn on auto acceleration, but like this game is defaultly encouraging you to learn how to boost through the turns in a different style way.
Five, four, three, two, one. Time.
Okay, so we powered it up. Now we gotta pick something. Let's not do the race thing again. Let's do target flight. Oh, beam gauntlet. You only gotta do this a couple more times, kids, to be able to say we experienced it all. We want to definitely do that. Because it may be a while before we come back. Metaloid Mania. Okay. This is his world. Do I just not know how to project? God, I spent 5 minutes to access this game. Feels like a damn game in like Wii Sports. Alright. That's it. We got 2 tries. Holy shit. Dear God. Visual intensity limiter. I mean, that's great. For people that's just too much, I really think that that's amazing. We were just actually talking about this in a game that had a lot of flashy effects, so I really think that that's amazing that they're doing that. That's not like a slight in the least. Alright. It's gonna tell me why this game mode is dumb. Explaining this. Power up in the city, then compete in stadium contests. Like that fucking horrible one that I just did. When you find a box, bust it open with the boost dash or quick spin. Make the most powerful machine you can. A new machine. Let's swap. Kirby Swap Force. We couldn't say that because it was already taken. If you attack your rivals, you can steal their items. Be a dickhead. Ouch, destroyed. Too bad. Better find a new machine, or I'm screwed. Different field events can occur in the city. Use them as a chance to power up even more. Find different ways to play. Keep going until time's up. So what kind of machine were you able to make? The shittiest one possible. Next comes the final battle, a surprise contest in the stadium. Do your best to power up and be ready for anything. Most of the time you'll have no idea what to do. Ride your special machine to victory. Special machine! Alright, let's make another special machine. We're Kirby. We're Kirby making special machines. Looking at a sleeping husky. He's opening his eyes now like, fuck you, leave me alone. I'm sleeping, don't even talk about me. Oh boy, we got lots of cool people like W and Sky Bento and Nataport. Bing, bing, bow, bow, no, no, no.
one, start!
Alright. Another wonderful battle in Weird Ass Village. Oh, this one's like a mall. It's a different one. Oh no, everyone's tiny. Pardon me.
Plasma! Wheelie bike!
Thanks, Jeremy. Oh shit.
Three, two, one, start!
Damn. Huh. Well, down there's a little awkward.
Rex Wheelie! Five, four, three, two, one. Time!
Damn. We created a pretty beastly vehicle. I can at least say that.
Stadium!
Now let's not do a dumb thing. Skydive or versus boss. Okay, let's do a boss.
Three, two, one, go! Freeze!
Yeah! Oh yeah, I got first place! What's up? Pretty excited about that, honestly. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous husky, yeah. Again, we've just been using Kirby as the base for everything. We're only going to do one more of these, I think. What there, Chiefers? What? Here you go, boy. Good boy, huh?
Three, two, one, start!
You don't like Kirby Air Riders, Chief? What do you think about it? Tell me. I'm sorry. I gotta take a picture. He's gonna let me. I gotta take a picture of this. I don't care if it's gonna mess this up. What's up, Manny the Mormon? Oh, he moved. He was like upside down, just laying on his head, like burp. Like the top of his head was pushed so far into the bed that you couldn't see his eyes, but his head was pressed upside down into the bed. It was adorable. Yeah.
Fire.
What? What is that about? Somebody's like, I really liked when Twisted Metal would let you break into the building. And somebody's like, I got you. I'm not crap. What's going on? Why am I still doing that? Am I supposed to be doing that? Alright. Why, thank you for destroying my machine. I'll just take this one.
Battle Chariot.
Feeling froggy?
Shadow Star. Rex Wheelie. Plasma.
Oh, we definitely powered up a massive amount. Come on, Cheapers, it's wet outside. Oh, Cheapers, you're just being crazy boy. What, man? Well, let me find some place for my guy to hide, dude. Can you go outside? Okay, there. I probably should just hide in this corner here. Let's go potty. Look. Hey, Dre. Let's go potty then. Why you being a psycho then? You don't need to go to the party while you're being crazy. You go outside? Outside? No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Stadium.
Okay, Cheever, jeez. Shit. I didn't get a chance to pick. Okay, whatever.
Three, two, one, go! 4, 3, 2, 1. Time!
Well, that's not horrible. Jeez, Rose. Holy balls. I guess one more, just because we haven't seen everything, every mode, and I wanted to at least do the laser mode once. But yeah, it's definitely... I don't know how the hell they said in the PR that this was Mario Kart. This is not Mario Kart. Not at all. That's fine. People should not judge games for what they aren't. More so for what they are. Because considering the fact that if they wanted to make another Mario Kart, they would just have made another Mario Kart. This is Nintendo on a Nintendo machine, so they could have done whatever they wanted. You can already see in that one map they paid homage to Mario Kart World by making it so that you can go over to the side and grab some food. You don't change or anything, but you can get food over in the side drive-through. Would have been sad as well if it was just another Mario Kart. That's true. That's true. But after playing each of the 3 tracks a couple times and getting a couple first place finishes on them on the basic kart, I'm sure people that want to deep dive into customization and everything like that, no matter what, unless they add DLC to this, it's going to eventually gravitate to a meta, because it always does. Which, that's where internal balancing comes into play, and if they don't do it, it's a shame. Nothing like the illusion of choice, and then actually not having any choice at all, because you don't pick said kart customization options, then you're not going to be able to be competitive. But any type of competitive play, or customization options to being able to spend $50 a pop on Amiibo, I don't hope that there's any of that. There should be none of that. If there's a competitive aspect to a game, Amiibo should do nothing to help you. And I'm all assumptive here. It could be just all aesthetically cool, that they let you change cards and all that, and do whatever you're going to do with them, but I just don't know the full scope of it right as of this moment, other than the fact that there's like 4 or 5 sets, and they're freaking $50 a piece, but they do swap in between the parts to make all the different combinations that are available than if there was 4 or 5 sets. People that really enjoy Kirby as an IP will probably enjoy the figures. They are really, I'm assuming they have to be super high quality. The Metroid ones that are coming out for the new game look phenomenal, but they're $10 cheaper. But they do look phenomenal. They did take their time with them, so shiny and articulate. But in this case, for this game specifically, it's a lot to ask, especially considering the fact that, you know, you'd be asking either a quarter to a third $1,000 to get the full experience if you do need those Amiibo, which more likely than not you don't. It just may give you some sort of unlock early or whatever. All I know is $50 a piece for 4 or 5 different figures is a lot of an ask. So you can just hopefully get the game and enjoy it and not be bummed that you don't have those. Okay, oh, dinosaur. I do appreciate Nintendo and HAL Laboratory being okay with doing the test fire. I know for them, on their parts, it's for selfish reasons, but to be able to experience a decent handful of what this game offers, which would probably be just akin to what I would do the first time I played it for the channel anyways, in a free capacity, so that I don't have to, I can, you know, decide how I want to prioritize that content. And for me personally, it'll be a wait, but I'm having fun now. I mean, in the beginning it wasn't as much fun because I was getting used to how everything worked, but I'm having fun. I don't know if it's $70 fun because I don't play Mario Kart World anymore, and it's a shame considering the fact of how exciting it was, and I haven't booted it up in 4 months probably, you know, 3.5 months. But yeah, this is definitely different. And you know, it picks its own lane. So I do think it's funny though that the director said something about like, oh, just think Mario Kart. And I think he just wanted to find a way to easily explain it to people. But it's not, you know, it's not Mario Kart because you have to auto accelerate, and so your boosts are going to be in different ways, and then specials are accrued differently. Obviously, you can switch cards and stuff like that. We got a lot of power-ups there at the end.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
What kind of cart will you make?
Stadium.
Big battle, beam gauntlet, beam gauntlet. I have a hard time believing I'm going to do it, but we're going to try. Hopefully you just stay flying the whole time, and I don't think you do.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ugh. I am not grasping the concept of flying too well in a game that has air in the title. So. That was a lot of setup for very little payoff. Most of these mini games are just throwaway stuffs, I feel like. Good job, Sam. You obviously knew what you were doing. I'm not going to go through that power-up section again, I don't think. I mean, there's only like one game that I didn't play, probably. Let's see if we can do a couple different part combinations. Let's be...
Gooey! Wagon Star! Launch! 3, 2, 1, start!
Yeah.
Launch.
Hey, go away.
Start.
Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. You better have Gooey's money.
Sword. Finish.
Damn.
Launch. 3, 2, 1, start.
That's cool. Got first place in all the races that I picked.
Rick. Winged Star. Launch. Three, two, one, start. Bomb. Fire. Final lap.
I feel like some nachos today.
Finish.
I need nachos anyway. Good job, Rick. It's pretty close.
Launch. Three, two, one, start. Final lap.
Heavier carts are not my favorite so far. I like the character. Yeah. When I say snuck it in there, you can see 75th, 3/4 of a second there.
Launch. 3, 2, 1, start! Final lap.
Well, if you don't use it, you lose it with your special, I guess. So close. No, don't drag it to the ground.
Finish.
We've used a couple different characters now. Jeez, again, just by the skin of my teeth. That was so close at the end. Whew. No, 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 no. I don't want to play with the same character again. What am I doing? So.
DDD. Chariot.
Oh yeah, man. All 3 stages. Got first place, and it took a little bit of time getting acclimated to how it works, but Oh, now he needs in.
Finish.
Wet dog. Wet doggy. Excuse me. So the game is a mix of these races and those mini game events. It's just a different mode. That mode is a mode where you power yourself up in a plaza with everybody else that you're playing with, and then you pick a game like Mario Party style, and then you do that. But it's like you aren't necessarily going with all the other people that you played with, like, because it's divided between everybody's picks, I guess. But then the main mode is like the racing mode, which is this. But it's available for another couple hours today, and then I think next weekend, before it's actually released the 20th. I was on the fence about getting it when it launched, so I probably will not get it when it launches, but I'm now a little bit more susceptible to it because I got to play the demo, which just shows you how invaluable these things are, because, you know, I mean, I got to pretty much do a review for you guys and let you know all my concerns, questions, comments about it, you know, in a live vehicle. But it's not bad. It's just, it's different. It takes a while to get used to, and then when you do, you know, you may find it's for you. I just think that's a little overcharge you with the $50 amiibo. If they were 35 or 40 bucks, I could see it maybe, but fortunately trends now are that they're just, oh god, they're just more and more expensive, especially, you know, the ones like the Street Fighter ones were all freaking $40, so nobody thought they were going to get any more expensive, and then here we are with some $50 ones. But you get two in the package for 50 bucks, but one of them is a vehicle, so you can get your little vehicle set, and you can get your little character packs, and then you can decide who is riding what vehicle. And, you know, if you like the game a lot, then you'll like to have physical representations of the vehicles, and they're very collectible. And I gotta imagine if they're $50, they're $50 now, like what they're gonna be. They don't usually fire sale that stuff. But I mean, if you're getting them to play, then they're not going to retain that value, because you're going to get them and you're going to open them. And those people are like, what are you doing?
Finish.
We'll finish it out with my favorite track.
Launch. 3, 2, 1, start.
Oops. Somebody bring me nachos. Just like door dashing nachos just sounds like a horrible idea. They're freaking nachos. They gotta be crispy and crunchy and cheesy, and they can't be soggy and floppy and nasty. So I feel like delivery nachos isn't gonna be the most kind. Yeah, this track is amazing.
Final lap.
Oh, you're gonna get muddy paws all over my bed? Definitely washing my sheets today. Jeez. I mean, I dried them off as much as I could upstairs, and he just don't like it. He don't like his paws being messed with. So he's decided to now dry himself off by laying on my bed.
Finish.
Wasn't even close. Do this track one more time because it's pretty cool. With we're gonna do with. Let's do with Meta Knight, the favorite one, the Dark Star.
Shadow Star.
End it with this.
Launch.
If you guys are interested in this, you have less than 2 hours to do the last test fire of this weekend, and then there'll probably be one more weekend next weekend, and then the game comes out. So hopefully you'll have time to make up your choices and make up your mind about whether or not this game is for you. Personally, it's not going to be for me at launch, but I'm definitely now a fan, a lot more than I was before I knew nothing about it. So these things, a couple hours of your time, a little bit of your hard drive space, a little bit of time to download it, and just a little bit of patience, and you can figure this stuff out too. I know it just also is masked as a bandwidth test and all that other stuff, but still, for people like me that were on the fence and that weren't going to pick it up at all, until they were in a situation to get it in used capacity, doing something like this is pretty cool because you can see now what the game has to offer and how it plays and all that other stuff. But it's pretty neat graphically. I think it's very impressive as far as like how it looks and how its style is and all that other stuff. It does control smoothly. It just, you have to become accustomed to how this kart racer handles versus other ones. But it does control very smoothly. It's very intense, and I love the fact that it's actually so intense it's got an intensity slider, which is really a really neat thing that they've done in order to make it so that if it's not accessible to people that can't handle super flashy things and over dramatic animations, that they still have an opportunity to enjoy this game too. So I think that that's really cool. I applaud Nintendo for doing that, and I think that more games need to do that. Other than that, it's definitely got its own unique charm, flair, and all that stuff, and if you love the Kirby universe, you will probably love this game. So,
Finish.
Yeah, pretty much with that being said, that's been the global test fire for Kirby Air Riders, and this has been Brian, aka Pops from the Vid-Bits, hanging out, playing it with you. I encourage you to try to log on real quick and see if you can get a little bit of time with it today if you want. But yeah, it's very accessible, very free for the time being, and hopefully you will give it a shot, especially if Kirby is your thing. Yeah, until next time, it's been Brian, aka Pops from the Vid-Bits. Good games, good goals, and good RNG, guys. We will see you on the next one. Thanks, Dre. Thanks, Manny, and thanks, Ty. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.